My name's McGarahan Junior, and on my videos, I bring to the forefront how-to strategies on getting what you want out of life. While most people talk about theories and made-up principles, I'm giving you concrete ways to become successful. So grab your pen and paper, take notes, and let's get started. Hey everybody, McGarahan Junior here. I want to break down for you on this video branding versus selling. Because in this very unique, very exciting, very fascinating time of entrepreneurship, it seems that entrepreneurs are choosing one of the two. Meaning they're either prolific salesmen, they're good at talking to people, they understand human psychology when it comes to closing a deal, but because of that, they neglect branding. And then on the opposite side of the spectrum, people that are very gifted at branding and coming up with logos and long-term visions, they spend so much time on that they don't really think about, well, how can I make a sale today? How can I make sure that I've got enough money to stay in business for the next 5 years? So branding versus selling. Now, which one is better? Which one do you need to focus on? I'll cover that on this video in a few minutes. But first and foremost, understand, because both components need to have an understanding if you're an entrepreneur. Sales, let's start with this, is the lifeblood of your business. Just like the human frame, the human body, with no blood in it, it ceases to exist, it shuts down. Just like in business, sales, which is the blood of your business, without it, it dies. So imagine having a business for a decade with little to no sales. You're not going to be in business very long. Your business won't survive more than a couple of years at most. Really a couple of weeks or a couple of months. So you need to focus on sales, but, and salesmen, this is for you, you also need to be combining savvy tactical branding simultaneously. See, what you need to be doing is day in, day out, wake up on a Tuesday, a Wednesday, a Thursday, whatever day it is, and say, here's what I have to sell today. Here's how many sponges I have to sell if you're in the sponge business. Here's how many car washes we have to do today in order to hit our quota, in order to stay in business, in order to make profit and make a lot of money. But in our spare time, you also need to be setting up a brand. That means going on social media and posting about your business. In whatever you do, throw a logo in it so people start recognizing, hey, I know that brand, I know that logo, and now they become subconsciously more trusting, more comfortable with your business. So 5 years from now, well, that same person, when they want a car wash, when they want a sponge, your logo is the one they think of. So you have to be doing both. Now, this goes down to one of the biggest life lessons, especially in business, that my dad, McGarahan Senior, ever taught me. See, when I first started entrepreneurship, about 19, coming up on 20 years old, I was sitting on the couch one day. I was trying to make a couple bucks here and there. My first business was a furniture business, picking up furniture on the side of the street, selling it at yard sales for 100% profit. And I'd leave a weekend with $500 cash in my pocket, but throughout the week, if I wasn't getting furniture, if I wasn't reading books, if I wasn't studying, I'd be sitting on the couch, wasting some time at 19 years old. My dad comes in one day and says, "Chris, what are you doing? Well, I thought you want to be successful. I thought you want to be an entrepreneur. It's Tuesday in the middle of the day. You're sitting on the couch, man. What's going on?" And I said, "I don't know what to do. I've done everything I was supposed to do. There's no opportunities right this very moment or at this time of the day." And he says, Chris, hold on. When you're in business, there's always something to do. Write that down. In business, there's always something to do. Going back to branding versus selling. If you're not selling, you could be working on the brand. If you're branding or you've posted something or set something up and now that's kind of just taking off, maybe an advertising campaign, well, now let's go make some sales on the side. Let's go pick up the phone and get some business. There's always something to do. So In branding versus selling, which one do you choose? Well, I think it's pretty clear. Both. But as human beings, what happens is, genetically, just experience-wise, we're more drawn towards one or the other. Meaning we naturally like sales or we naturally like long-term branding. So here's what you do depending on where you are. One is delegate. Maybe hire somebody to take care of the branding, to take care of the sales for you. Two is study it. Now when I say study it, learn from somebody who's good at sales. Learn from somebody who's dynamic in their branding. Ask them questions, hire them, bring them on board in your business so they can do it. And then ask them a ton of questions so that you can learn how to do it yourself. Because I can tell you this, if you study the breakout stars of business in today's world, here's what they're all good at. One, amazing at branding. Right? They know how to post things, they know what time to post things, they know what to put out there to make their audience click. And again, these are the superstars of today that I know you want to become. So one, they're phenomenal at branding, but also they know how to sell what they do. So ask yourself, in one of the two categories, which one do you lean towards the most and which one do you need to work towards the most? And then for the next 7 days, just challenge yourself. For the next 7 days, ask questions, Google answers, read books on how to get better at one or the other. Meaning if you're great at sales, how to get better at branding. If you're phenomenal at branding, how to get better at sales. Because in today's business world, if you can do both of those things, you'll be a rock star in what you do. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this content, but now it's time to get to work. With that being said, my name is McGarahan Junior. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.